I cannot hold it in anymore. I just want to...
You know what else I would do? I would invade a neighboring country and impose my own ideology, even if they didn't want it.
Hello, look at LTM reviews to get you caught up on the oldest movies. Welcome back to my Warner Animation Marathon, or Warner Brothers Animation Marathon. And today we are now into Osmosis Jones. This movie was made during the time when Warner Brothers had a lot of bombs at the time. They had The Iron Giant, after the failure of Iron Giant, and Looney Tunes Back in Action, which came out before that movie. Warner Brothers was in kind of a struggle at the time. And now they have this film, which is another one of their bombs, Osmosis Jones. So Osmosis Jones stars Chris Rock as a cell. Well, actually, there's two stories. There's one that's inside Frank. You got a guy named Frank, played by Bill Murray, who inside of his body is is like a tiny city full of cells, or osmoses, or whatever you call them. I'm not good with science. So in Osmosis, and then you got one of the cells is named Ozzy, played by Chris Rock, and he's trying to be a policeman. And we got this really nasty germ, who I will say is probably the best part of this movie. He's the villain. He's like a very vicious germ, and he's going to try to destroy the city, which also means he's going to destroy Frank's body. Meanwhile, Frank is having these weird symptoms, like his head is starting to hurt, a snotty nose, big pimple, has like all these weird symptoms, and he's going to end up getting really sick, which may cause him to die, while also dealing with a relationship with his daughter. So it's up to Cell and this pill named Drix, who they have to team up and have to do this usual buddy cop shtick and have to stop this evil virus from destroying Frank's body, or and try to hurry before he ends up killing Frank. So, yeah, kind of a complicated story when you get down to it, but that's kind of what it is. So Osmosis Jones was a box office bomb, and it came out in the summer of 2001, which I was born that same year. And this came out, I was born before this movie even came out. So the movie, what are my thoughts on the movie? Osmosis Jones is okay, to say the least. It's not bad, but it's not good either, and it's not perfect. What I do like about the movie, though, is the animation inside Frank's body. It looks pretty cool, and it's very and the city is very creative and full of cool in-jokes. Some of the jokes, I will say, are very funny. There are some funny lines, mostly from Ozzy and Drix themselves. And the villain, in my opinion, is probably the best part of the movie. He's this red guy who has this big giant finger, and he's like scratching down a lot of things, and he's a really cool villain. I forgot who he's voiced by, but he does a really good job in this movie. The performances are actually okay too, mostly from Ozzy and his girlfriend, which I forgot her name, have good performances. I think what Osmosis Jones fails was the live action stuff. Now, Frank is not a bad character, but he's not interesting and is kind of a gross man. But that's kind of, I understand what they're trying to do with him. But the relationship between him and his daughter wasn't interesting, and his performance is kind of awkward. Same with the other live-action characters. They're not very interesting. I didn't really care much about the relationship between him and his daughter, or even his friends in general. The stuff where he's trying to be gross is just really gross. And although he's got a few funny lines and a few funny moments, most of it was kind of awkward. Let's see. Though, another thing is that the plot is basically your typical buddy cop movie stuff, and it's not really, although there are some twists and turns, it's not really that interesting and not really that new. They don't add any new surprises. But like I said, I think what makes Osmosis Jones stand out from most of the other movies is the live action, mostly the animation. Because out of all the Warner Brothers animated movies I've seen in this marathon, this one has to be the most creative and most beautiful. Some of the jokes are very gross, and some scenes can be a little bit cringeworthy, but you could tell the people were putting effort into it. But when I saw the end credits, it kind of made sense why the film didn't do very well. Once I saw these two directors, the Farley brothers. If you don't know who they are, they're the directors of There's Something About Mary, Dumb and Dumber, the Three Stooges adaptation, Stuck on You. Let me think. I'm trying to think. Kingspin. A lot of lowbrow, dumb-witted comedies. Oh, and I forgot making myself an Irene. That one too. Mostly a few Jim Carrey movies here and there, and that explains a lot why the live action part sucks. Now these are not bad directors, but I just don't think they were fit for this style. I don't really think they really needed. I wish the movie was fully animated instead of you can keep the animation stuff inside the body, but at least keep the full movie animated. I think he would have done that better. But then again, they had to figure out some way to get money, and this ended up bombing. So yeah, Osmosis Jones is kind of a run-of-the-mill kids movie. The movie was originally supposed to be PG-13, but Warner Brothers wanted to make it appeal to kids and family audiences, so they went from a PG-13 to a PG. And I really would have wished they went to the PG-13 route, because I could see some really good potential in that. Though then again, this is back when adult animation was starting to die out too, so there's that. So yeah, Osmosis Jones is a mixed bag. It's not great, but it's not awful either. I give Osmosis Jones a 6 out of 10. It's not bad, but it could have been a lot better. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching this review. We're almost done with the marathon. I think we got like maybe 5 or 6 more movies left to review. So yeah, we're almost done. Keep watching LTM in the marathon. What's your favorite actor in this movie? Please subscribe, comment below, let me know. This is LTM signing out. I'll see you guys next time. And this is where things get really interesting.
I never thought I could fall in love with everything about a person. Then I met you. And that dump truck of an ass.
Let it be known to all walks of life that when the banger Paris starts playing in the club, in that moment, we are all